Yo, what's up everybody? It's Manga Mike here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the 3 deadly sins if you're trying to be an artist that creates original works. These are all things I've done myself, and I can tell you personally they have stunted my creative abilities. Also, sorry for no face cam. I've been very sick, so I kind of look like a soggy boot right now, and don't really want to show my face on camera, so please forgive me. Alright, let's get started. Mistake number 1, too many studies, not enough fun. So I have spent the past year working just on improving my fundamentals. While I believe that it has been time well spent, I will say that it has somewhat stunted my creativity a little. I find myself feeling a little lost when I go to create something that feels meaningful for me. Then I get frustrated with myself and I go back to doing something that's comfortable. At this point, the thing that's comfortable is studies. So you see how this can be a problem? Make sure that you carve out a little bit of time each week to set aside to set aside the studies and go back to what you love: concept art, character creation, prop creation, environmental creation, creatures, whatever your little heart desires. So please make sure you carve a little bit of time away and do things that you like. Mistake number 2, only completing fan art. What do I mean by that? I mean that your finished pieces are almost always fan art pieces. Now, fan art's great because you can somewhat copy someone else's work, learn from pieces of it, while also applying your own stylistic choices in some areas. But there is a reason why it can stunt your ability to create original characters. You don't have to think about the overall character design. This means that the most creative part of your work is already completed for you. So you're not really learning to develop fun characters with interesting hooks and backstories. If you want to be a creator of some sort, you must create your stuff. Not from scratch, but without copying the design of your favorite manga or anime characters. So, try to hold back on doing fan art all the time, and maybe just do it every once in a while. You can even, do a fan art as a replacement for a study, but make sure, again, like I said in the first point, that you're carving away a little bit of time just to do creative work that is meaningful for you. Mistake number 3, thinking that using a reference makes it not original. So I think that people don't really understand references as a whole. I think the general idea within the art community, at least the younger art community, is that, and not by age, I just mean if you're just starting as an artist, is that using reference means that you're not a real artist, or using reference makes you a worse artist in some way. So references are your friend in the creative process, and this is especially true when you haven't been working long enough to develop your visual library. At some point, you probably won't have to use as many references because your visual library will be so vast that you'll be able to just kind of pull ideas out of your head and create freely. But that kind of photographic memory isn't something that most people are just born with. It's something that's developed over time. Most people have to rely on references until it almost becomes second nature to them when they're drawing. Now, there is a right way to use reference, and there's also a wrong way to use reference. Using reference doesn't mean looking at one image and copying elements from just that one image onto your page in a different way. That's still plagiarism. Using reference means finding several different designs from different references and then smushing them together in order to create something different than any of the other designs that you had before. So your final product shouldn't look anything like any of the 3 references that you found, or a few references, it doesn't matter how many. So this could look like stitching together 2 different poses, fusing 3 types of armor into one, developing a slightly different buster sword using circular shape language, etc., etc. Right? Alright, so I do hope that this was helpful for everyone. Thank you for sticking around to the end. If you made it all the way to the end, please think about subscribing. I really appreciate it, and it helps me out a lot. Alright everybody, I'm Manga Mike, and I'm out.